After more than a decade apart, singer Kris Lawrence is opening up about chapter in his life that many fans never expected to see again. The ampersandly artist recently shared heartfelt reflections about his renewed connection with former partner Katrina Halili, revealing how time, maturity, and shared commitment to their daughter have brought them closer once more. Although neither Kris nor Katrina has officially confirmed that they are back together romantically, the singer admitted that if life presents him with a second chance at love, it is an opportunity he has no intention of taking for granted. Kris and Katrina were once one of the entertainment industry's most talked about couples. After spending 5 years together, they eventually went their separate ways in 2014 na. Despite the end of their relationship, they remain connected through their daughter, Ketty, who has always been at the center of their lives. Over the years, both moved forward independently, navigating their own personal journeys while doing their best to care for their child. However, earlier this year, something changed. The former couple began rebuilding their relationship through a healthier and more active co-parenting arrangement, creating new dynamic that Kris says has had a remarkable impact on their daughter's well-being. Speaking candidly about the experience, Kris explained that he has always been someone who believes strongly in energy and emotional connections. For him, children are deeply sensitive to the emotional atmosphere around them, often sensing tension or harmony even when adults believe they are shielding them from it. He emphasized that Ketty can feel when things are not right between her parents, and that maintaining a healthy relationship with Katrina has become essential, not only for their own peace of mind but also for their daughter's emotional development. According to Kris, the energy shared between parents directly affects a child, especially one who relies heavily on emotional stability and consistency. The singer shared that because Ketty carries qualities from both him and Katrina, having both parents actively involved in her life is incredibly important. He believes that when one parent is absent emotionally or physically, it creates an imbalance that can be felt ill at the child. Kris explained that if he were completely out of the picture, Ketty would have to seek that balance elsewhere. For him, ensuring that both parents are present and united in supporting their daughter creates a stronger foundation for her growth and happiness. He stressed that if he and Katrina are not okay with each other, Ketty inevitably feels the effects. One of the most touching revelations from Kris was how much he has seen Ketty change since he and Katrina began working together more closely. He expressed deep gratitude that Katrina welcomed him back into the co-parenting process and allowed him to become more involved in daily decisions concerning their daughter. According to him, the transformation has been nothing short of beautiful. He noticed a significant change in Ketty's smile, describing it as more genuine and full of happiness than before. Seeing his daughter flourish emotionally has become one of the greatest rewards of rebuilding a healthy relationship with Katrina. Kris went on to explain that Ketty now feels the love and support of both parents in a more complete way. He has made it a priority to be present in her life every day, and he believes that consistency has helped strengthen her sense of security. Watching her witness her parents getting along and supporting each other has created a positive environment that benefits everyone involved. The singer said that when Ketty sees both of her parents happy, it naturally influences her own happiness. In his eyes, the impact has been profound, and he considers it one of the most meaningful experiences of his life. Earlier this year, fans began speculating that Kris and Katrina might be rekindling their romance after the two were seen spending time together, including a trip to Palawan. Their interactions quickly caught the attention of social media users, many of whom wondered whether the former couple had found their way back to each other after all these years. At the time, both Kris and Katrina were transparent about their situation, explaining that they were not officially back together and were instead focusing on building a healthier environment for Ketty. Nevertheless, the warmth and comfort evident in their interactions sparked curiosity and excitement among supporters who had long admired them as a couple. When asked whether he would be open to giving love another chance, Kris did not hide his feelings. He admitted that simply being in the current situation already feels like something he never expected. Looking back on the previous year, he described it as an especially difficult period. There were moments when he felt disconnected and unable to be present for Ketty in the way he wanted. He revealed that circumstances had made it challenging for him to participate fully in his daughter's life, which was emotionally painful. However, this year brought a significant shift. For reasons he can only appreciate, Katrina decided to open the door and allow them to work together once again. Kris expressed sincere gratitude for that decision, calling it a mature and meaningful choice. He believes Katrina's willingness to let go of past issues and prioritize their daughter demonstrated tremendous growth and wisdom. For him, it was a turning point that changed everything. Being welcomed back into Ketty's life in a more active role has given him a chance to make up for lost time and prove his commitment as a father. He acknowledged that there were moments in the past when he may not have been able to do everything he wished, but now he is determined to give his best every single day. The possibility of a second chance at love naturally became part of the conversation. Kris spoke honestly about how much he has learned from the years that have passed since the breakup. He admitted that if he is fortunate enough to receive another opportunity in a relationship, he does not want to repeat the mistakes of the past. His comments reflected both maturity and self-awareness, suggesting that time has given him new perspective on love, commitment, and personal growth. He emphasized that any second chance is something precious and should be treated with care and respect. As fans continued to react enthusiastically to the interactions between Kris and Katrina online, the singer admitted that he has noticed all the excitement and affectionate comments. Interestingly, he said that neither he nor Katrina fully understands why people have become so invested in their story. According to him, there is no elaborate strategy behind what fans are seeing. Much of the content shared online is simply a reflection of real moments captured naturally as they spend time together. Kris explained that their team often records candid interactions, and what viewers see is largely authentic. He believes that perhaps people connect with the honesty and sincerity of their situation. Despite the positive developments, Kris acknowledged that no relationship is perfect. He emphasized that challenges are an unavoidable part of life and that everyone faces difficult periods. What matters most, he said, is the willingness to keep moving forward and make the best of whatever circumstances arise. His outlook reflects a deeper understanding of resilience and personal growth, lessons that have likely been shaped by years of experience and reflection. Rather than focusing on past disappointments, he prefers to concentrate on what can be built in the present. One aspect of the story that particularly fascinates Kris is the timing. He pointed out that it has been approximately 12 years since he and Katrina ended their relationship. To him, there is something symbolic about finding themselves in this position again after such a long period. He referred to it as a full-circle moment, noting that both of them have gone through significant personal transformations during that time. Neither is the same person they were when they first separated. Life experiences, successes, challenges, and lessons have shaped them into entirely different individuals. Because of that growth, Kris views their current relationship as something entirely new rather than continuation of the past. He explained that the versions of themselves who exist today are getting to know each other all over again. There are qualities and perspectives that have changed over the years, and they are still discovering who each other has become. Instead of rushing to define the relationship, he believes it is important to let things unfold naturally. For now, they are simply enjoying the journey and appreciating where life has brought them. Perhaps the moment that resonated most strongly with fans came when Kris was asked what message he would like to give Katrina. His response was simple yet deeply emotional. He thanked her for giving their current situation a chance, whatever it may eventually become. He reassured her that he is there for her and that he intends to take things one step at a time. More importantly, he promised to take care of this opportunity and treat it with the value it deserves. The sincerity of his words immediately captured the attention of supporters, many of whom viewed it as a powerful sign of how much he treasures the renewed connection. Even when asked directly whether they were exploring a romantic reunion, Kris remained careful with his words. He stopped short of making any official confirmation, explaining that both he and Katrina are still learning about each other again. There were aspects of their personalities that caused difficulties in the past, and they are now discovering whether those issues have changed with time and maturity. Rather than rushing into labels or expectations, they are allowing themselves the space to grow naturally and determine whether they are truly more compatible now than they were before. Adding another emotional layer to the conversation, Kris revealed that his latest song, Unlove You, is deeply personal. He described the track as a reflection of lingering emotions and the complexity of moving on from someone who once played a significant role in your life. Given the timing and the themes explored in the song, many listeners have wondered whether it was inspired by his experiences with Katrina. While Kris did not explicitly confirm every detail, he admitted that the song comes from a very personal place, making it one of his most honest musical releases to date. For now, Kris Lawrence and Katrina Halili continue to focus on what matters most: healing, growth, and providing the best possible environment for their daughter. Whether the renewed connection ultimately develops into a romantic relationship remains uncertain. What is clear, however, is that both have reached a place of greater maturity and understanding. Their willingness to put aside past differences for the sake of their child has already created positive changes in their lives. As they continue taking things one day at a time, many fans remain hopeful that this story of second chances, personal growth, and enduring connection may eventually lead to something even more meaningful. Until then, Kris and Katrina appear content to embrace the present moment, appreciating the opportunity to rediscover each other while building a stronger future together for Ketty.